Viking versus Draconis in a death battle. Sounds interesting. I actually approve. But in the meantime, I need to join this because I get kicked out and have to commentate on another session. So, Ciles of Confusion versus people because I wasn't able to do this at the end of the last stream. We'll also be having one next week as well because that's the usual time. So this is sort of the extra one. We'll call it the 5-week one. And yes, it does even out fairly, actually, it has to be said. So, hello, how are we all doing? I'm streaming in 1080p. Let me know if that's going to cause any massive hiccups or problems, but it shouldn't do, we hope. Also, should probably move the text over, but I'll sort that out later. Used all your luck. That's not good. Also, hi! Alright, no worries. Played 30 games, 1-0, none in a row. JPB, who the heck are you? I demand to know this. Also, high voltage. Right, we start as dealer. Let's hope my luck's in, because it certainly was at the end of the last stream. Doesn't necessarily follow it will be this time. North can go as well. So there's all three of them. I'm only doing it in 1080p because my last stream kind of was, and it's on the basic stickman wave. Ah, but it knows, it knows. And the only reason I'm giving this in 1080p for streaming purposes is purely so that I didn't have to change it and I could get it started quickly because I was in a bit of a rush. If that does cause major problems, just let me know. As I say, I'll make sure I can sort it out for the next time. And if it's fine, I might just keep being lazy and do this. Let's toss. Let's close like whichever way I do it. Beer. I should have got. No, I should go and get a drink actually before I started this. Oh well. Between Hanchans, I'll probably go and grab that then. Okay, another west and not a lot of progress really. Hello, Keishi. How are we doing? Also, I wouldn't say we're nuts necessarily. Not unless he's playing two people at once. As I say, he could be playing 2-on-1s. There's certainly no server rules that don't allow it, but... Right, we'll get rid of this. I want to hold on to that closed weight if I can. Okay, we're not going for that just yet. I have the 2-3-4 sandwich queue on. Kinda. Or I can just go for the east at this stage. Yeah, Viking is the player across from me. That's what I say. We have no clue who JPB is. He's clearly following the chat in some way, shape, or form. But, you know. Ooh, awesome. Which game show out of interest?
Each.
Okay, reach across. I'm still away from Tempai at this point, so I'm probably going to be following this. I'm just having a look. I'm not doing easy safe against this. Cut the one. Ah, cool. Okay, a couple of ones have gone away. Come on, give me something safe. No, that's not safe at all. Six is not safe. I'm only one from Tempai at this point, but it's a really bad cut to get it. If I can cut the 5, though, it would be okay. But it's a gamble. Yeah, I'm out of thinking time. I can still east this for Tempai. But nobody will play an east at this point. I'm happy to stay concealed, so concealed 7-4. Self-drawn for a Sununko double ton. White Dragon we know is safe.
Eat.
Late Reach from JPB. Free Flight Empire. So waiting on the 7 closed and say 6 closed. Interesting, I think I had the best weight out of everybody there. Still, that's what you do. You play silent and occasionally you can snipe people. Oh, Krypton Factor. No, I vaguely remember that. They did a reboot a while back, which was apparently terrible. Dora on the 3rd turn, which is probably the best way to get rid of it. Okay, because there's the free would open that up, give me a pair and sets, so that's the other way round. I've got a potential Sanchikyu on. Got a triplet of those now. So, if it comes to it, Tenhou, no Dora. Well, we'll see what happens. If I draw a 2, I'd be quite happy to... Yeah, okay, we'll kill this one off. Still potentially got a free 2 weight here available if it comes to the end. But I'm having one of those days. I don't even know if I'm still in the game at the moment here. That would be a flush or a Chinitsu if it's entirely full of them. Unfortunately, I'm fairly certain that I have dealed in, or if I haven't dealed in, then I am probably out. Yeah, it's giving me a really low Wi-Fi notification, which is annoying. So I'm going to reboot and try again. Oh wow, did I rejoin at an okay time? Unfortunately, I'm now through a 10. God damn it.
Home.
Well, you could be trying to work out... You could be trying to work that out. You certainly could be. It's still a Chinitsu. It's a full flush, which is the same name. Alright, good news is I'm back. It will come to you. If you work, it will come to you. White Dragon is live. Can't afford to risk it, so we'll hold off. My issues. May have to restart. A-Man's risky, but... Yeah, it is irritating. It's currently broadcasting 0, so this is OBS doing the thing that is annoying. At least that game is still kind of in. Oh, where did I toss that? Well, I can Tenpai if I draw the 7 or the 3 is played here, but no. I don't know what that was quite about, really. Well, OBS apparently is streaming at a consistent rate now, but for some reason this is, yeah. It's not healthy. It's not liking it. Well, we'll see if I can continue going, but if it's... We'll see. stream. We'll see what happens from here. But I have now just given up a 2, which I didn't want to give up either. God damn it. Clearly. God damn you.
Home.
Alright. Well, assuming I can continue with this, we're not okay.
Home.
I've had a couple of issues there, and I'm about to have another issue here as well, because JPB is on a double thing. Well, we went through the entire Civ 5 stream without problems. I mean, in fairness, there was a problem towards the start, but that got solved immediately, so... He only has triple my sub count, and probably quadruple my view count. I haven't checked. It's certainly there. I think he has overtaken me on overall views by this stage, or if he hasn't, he will do soon. And yeah, that was dodgy to play at this point. Live greeting dragon right now when somebody's got 2, but I'm going to do it anyway. At some stage, I'm going to get back into this game. I'm just amazed I haven't lost points up to this point.
Hung.
Okay, JPB is going Suicide Rush. I'm not going to tell you a third time, but it's a Chinitsu. To be fair, it's probably making slightly more sense.
Dong.
And Recurrence deals in. It's a cheap hand overall, actually, even with the Khan and the 2 dragons. Hooray! Unfortunately, he has momentum and triple the subs. I just need to up the video quality and, you know, actually get the channel out there a little more. And possibly do things that people want to watch. What do you want to watch? Other than Mahjong, obviously. Because clearly you all want to watch Mahjong. And yeah, now I got rid of my own wind tile again. Don't worry. Yes, probably. Your jokes are really that bad. Nah, they're fine. I've heard worse today. One more dragon has been played, but it's still a possibility I can get this triple door dragon up. Only 370, sir. There's more subs than various people here. 370 fake subs. We approve.
Home.
Okay, Draconis on the attack back. I'm just staying out of here and hoping that the stream continues. Well, that's what they've been doing with mine. I do have occasional culls that affect me. Yeah, giving up on the red dragon strategy. I'm not likely to be getting this hand anywhere near where it needs to be. Five, 6, 7 Sanchku would be quite nice though if I could get that. 5, 6, 7 Sanchku pin through. Okay, let's drop my pair of threes. Not the end of the world with this at the moment. It's not brilliant. I've got a pair of ones I can still clean up if I need to. Tenhou, Pinfu, Sanchku. Would have been fine. Were I not just getting rid of pairs.
Boom.
Okay, I have to be careful of the Tenpai to the right. You will play Dwarf Fortress. You will. I should stream that one of these days. I should do another. It's one that's on the list. Haven't tried it officially yet, though. Small guys? No, I'm the small guy at this point. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that backfired. I've done a few of them before. I did the Lava Fortress, which was probably my most fun stream I've done in a while. The original Lava Fortress, I mean, where I basically built a volcano and kept collapsing it through various...
Chi.
Yeah, we'll go for this. Attack, go for the quick win. The XCOM 1 on tabletop is a bit awkward, though, because it is a timed game, and tabletop automatically slows any game you're playing down. So it's possibly a little more challenging than it would be worth it. Okay, so I need a few things. Yeah, I didn't get them in time. And also, I think the 5 would have been a dodgy discard. Would it have been? Yeah, 5 would have dealt in. Okay. Well, our base games aren't impossible. We do have smartphones and things, but we'll see. I mean, the best game, my favorite games to play online on sort of stream basis is probably Jackbox, in fairness. Okay, 2 Ciles are gone. Okay, not sure what to make of this hand, particularly at this stage. Possibility I can turn this into Toy Toy from this point. Sananko. No, he did. He's got various videos of that. Right, I'm technically 1 from Tenpai now. 4 would give me a 3-sided weight. Would not, unfortunately, give me the Sananko unless I was lucky enough to draw 3. Nah, even then it wouldn't be worth it. So 4 dots.
Hung.
Oh, okay, interesting. Done. That would have been a great point. That would have been a great point to draw the Tenpai. Phoenix. Well, the word that is spelt wrong in the dictionary, or at least seems to be.
Eat.
I mean, the only I played Cosmic Encounter with the players who made it, which was quite interesting that one time. Okay, 1 safe. I may have to attack this. It's a 3-sided weight if it comes up. It's not coming up at all. Eight safe. 8 so is not safe actually offhand. Neither is 7 dot, but 3 is safe. And that potentially gives me extra Dora.
Boom.
Oh, somebody else wanted it. Reach on the Friso. Is there any left?
Eat. Sumo.
My luck is in. That is huge. Oh, I only got the 1 extra though. But Hanneman from there will definitely take. My luck is in. My skill is never in, but my luck is definitely in. DCSS is definitely on my list in a lot of ways. I think that was a game Senior recommended to me ages ago, which I still haven't gotten around to getting into. But I do need a good roguelike to revisit at some stage. Oh, god damn it. Why did I do that? That was just stupid.
Home.
Blackmail. It's the way to the top. No, but that was quite good. I mean, it's just... I have 1 million subs. Gimme. Yeah, definitely. Endless Space is my favorite 4X at the moment. Though again, one I'm probably not going to be picking up for some time at least. I use trips to America to fund. And Christmas to pay for, of course, which is always expensive time.
Each.
Right, reach across. I have 2 definite safe tiles. I'm probably actually going to play those out for now. I have the lead, so I don't need to really go into this if I can avoid it. Well, it's the way the Paradox model kind of works is that they will eventually patch everything they want to put in the game later. But vulnerable to... What? I visit Boston. My girlfriend lives out there. Well, Boston area rather than Boston itself, but... Okay, 9 safe for now. I didn't actually check where North was safe. That was kind of an eyeball thing, but yeah. East I know is safe. Might have to go and terrorize Connor. Or at least turn up and go, 15 minutes!
Dong.
Okay, 6 dragon. I thankfully kept the dragon back. I wouldn't always do that. Okay. I'm going to say it. And you're not going to get mad at this, but this is a possible Itsu hand. It is. Just accept it. This is a possible Itsu hand. Xenolts 2 will happen. I mean, honestly, I keep thinking I'm running out of these top-down strategy turn-based games to play, but I've still got quite a lot if I consider UFO games in there as well. It'll happen. I mean, I love Xenonauts. It was just difficult enough to be awesome, though. I mean, mostly the difficulty was on the overworld rather than necessarily the missions, which in many ways was an interesting take on it, and I approve of that. Strategically, we're doomed, but at least on the ground we can fight. Which is probably better than the other way around, in all fairness, in terms of realism. Red Dragon's not safe. I'll play that anyway.
Home.
Yeah, but this one was possible. Let's be honest, this one was possible. It probably isn't going to happen now, but, you know, it was definitely possible. Okay, east passed. So I'm one from Pinfu. No, definitely approve of that. I did too. I mean, they're actually rather difficult. I played one recently because I was one of some of my backup LPs, and it just went completely wrong because in many ways, it's because I started in the wrong place. And why did I do that? That was silly. It paid off, but it was still silly. Is the 8-0 going to be safe on either side? Not sure. Not at all sure. Right. Yeah. Okay, 1,000 points to Draconis, and I'm perfectly happy with that. That moves the round on. I think it's difficult if you don't do the thing. The only time I found it difficult is when you have the first. No, was it? Yeah, the first one you have the American Mayor of 51, which is fine. It's the other one after that, the Russian base, I think, that's normally the issue. It's the first time they introduce a ship full of rockets. I think that's the thing. Once they introduce alien rocket launchers and you're not prepared for them, that's when the game's difficulty curve just suddenly spikes. And it's still possible to finish the game. In fact, it's possible to finish the game with no combat after that point. You just rush techs and give up the war. But the thing I did find is they like their rocket suicide troops, especially inside ships.
T.
The later games were somewhat more balanced. Hola!
Dong.
Okay, JBB has dealt into Draconis, and he pushes himself up into second. Nope, not quite. Just slightly behind second. He's still the dealer, though, which is a pain. So I'd probably like to be dealer myself. Get rid of that for now. Sitting south, no Soci tiles. See if we can't pair something up early, and if not, we'll just get rid of White Dragon. Then red, and look for the Ipeco Pinfu Tenhou option I've got currently building up to. Okay, Red Dragon's safe. And now draw the Green Dragon. Come on, put the Green Dragon out as well. Just help me out a bit. Go on, Viking. No. I've got 4 pairs, so I do have the option of splitting this into Tenhou Toy Toy. None of them have come up, so it's possible I could do that. West Wind's not helpful to me. Did you? Okay, let's push. This is probably a bad time to push in a lot of ways. I'm in the lead. I don't need this. In fact, why am I pushing? I don't need this. Double ton. So he's already ahead of me on points now. Oh, worms. Okay, nice. Okay, now I have the Toy Toy option up. If I get the 2 or the 5, then I've already Gentempai. I haven't actually. Tempting, but no. I want to keep the Toy Toy option available. And if South does get played, I do need to call it. Open my options up slightly if I get the South. One is not helpful. Now I'm going to end this out of Tempai, I think. As I get lucky now. And there's the reach.
Eat.
And there's another reach.
Chi.
There's an attack. No, I'm going to kill the Souths off and go for a safe game here.
Dong.
And that was dealing in. Well, JPV now brings some points back. This is all helping me in a lot of ways. As long as I stay out of trouble, I'm quite happy with things. East door free would be nice if I could get it. I'd be relying on that early east draw. Yeah, there's the dragon. Yeah, he needs some points, so he's going to go for this if he can. I'm quite close to Tenpai already. Well, clearly. Why wouldn't they? That would just be mean otherwise. Drunk cooking?
Chi.
Yeah, I was trying to race this a little quick, but I don't think we have the speed to match that. Definitely not with that draw. Okay. I don't need to push this particularly. Let's go try and secure the Tenhou.
Chi.
And not call that Khan. Oh dear God, not the peas again. Please,
Gee.
not the peas again, but I will add it to the list. You know what I can make? I can make cookies.
Sumo.
Okay, Sumo. I lose 2,000 points, but I'll take that on balance, because that could have been worse. My lead is maintained. 3 rounds to victory. Can I rush this out? Not easily with his hand, but I have 1 door. And Larry will help.
Home.
I'm sure Dylan has had an incident with involving cooking peas at some stage. Ask him. You're in the chat with him, aren't you? I vaguely remember that being a thing. I might be wrong. We've known him for years. There's been a lot of madness in that years.
Home.
Not my trauma. It was Dylan's trauma, I'm sure. Maybe I'm thinking something else, but I'm sure he's had an incident with that as well. This is only going to move to pin 2 at this stage, which I suppose would be a... he has done that. I say there's a lot. They do blend together after a while. Ipeko on the 5. Minty Bubbles. Ipeko 2 Oro would be fine. It gives me the 3. Failing that, something that leans me towards pin 2 would be fine as well. God darn it.
Each.
And there's the reach. Thankfully, I have 3 safe tiles. I found it slightly buggy when I was playing it, but I do own the thing. I have to see what they've done to it. Okay, I'm going to gamble there. I'm 1 away from Pinfu Tenpai if the 5 will pass, which is not guaranteed to do so. West is fine. Okay, still got the potential Ipeco on, but I might have to go for something else here. One of the few multi-tasks that wasn't played, but it passed, so all good.
Dong.
That was one that didn't. Okay, JPP as deal earns 4,800 points. 7 pairs. Okay, and pushes him into dealer repeat and second place. Fortunately, the double east doesn't really help me in this instance, though this hand is very quick. If I draw that 7, I'm practically in tempi. Okay, I'll get rid of the closed weight here. Because there's more Manzu tiles that will help me to tempi than Pinzu right now. This is where I draw a 7, of course, but you know. Well, I've only really won one hand this game, and that was at Hanneman in the... Well, you know, I hate to say it, but technically it is an option I could consider at this point. Failing that, though, we're going to kill that off entirely and just move ourselves towards the east free weight. So 1 east left. Forget the Ipeco side of it, I can just wait on that and be silent tempi, but... How does that work with the app, or is the app included in the version you're using? Yeah, that's not bad. It's got me some options. Ouch. No, I do like games with a bit of error recovery if they're going to rely on that, but... Okay, this is now guaranteed to be my pair. Which means I need to draw a 3-man or a 4 and get that converted out. 4-man wouldn't be too bad, actually. 4-man would give me a Pinfu Tempai.
Dong.
Mansions of Madness is the big main one that's done it. And there's a couple of others as well recently. Okay, well these two are just fighting over small points, so I'm quite happy to let them because I'm still solidly in the lead at this stage. As long as I avoid doing silly things. I mean, imagine it'd be fine if you actually had the app and was on the table, kind of, but in tabletop, I imagine it is a little awkward. Oh, that's something they can implement, though. They've already implemented the tablet thing, so... Yeah, there's a lot of aggression going on here. I'm the only one kind of playing my usual sort of stoic, not calling defensive game at the moment. It's working for me. I'm not giving away my points particularly, so it's kind of depressing the number of times I haven't made it to Tempai this game, and I am in the lead. Okay, I'm not going to take that red dragon because apparently I'm going to draw a red dragon instead. What kind of ridiculous thing is that? Yep. Has somebody found my old one? Because I'm just going to clear that, but... Oddly, Football Manager is on that list now. It has to be, because you did suggest it in that stream. Yes, I do have a game of chess that I can upload, though. But yes, I should probably do a chess Let's Play. I mean, there is chess.com and places we could just do that. I have an account with an overinflated score because I'm usually playing against Debbie. Oh, I'm sure that was what the suggestion was there. I'm sure it was. I'm sure everybody here would love to see you play chess. It's got to happen.
Home.
Yeah, I'm close. One from Tenpai. It's a late game. I mean, I'm okay with a late game dive for some. Oh god, that's a Dora. Passed. I really should not have put that. No, okay, that was not a. Okay, forget what I was saying. I'm not playing safe at all. In any way, shape, or form based on that. Mature cheddar to crack a 5. How many 4s are left? The ones that look out, but there's still some 4s left. Senpai. That could have been called earlier. That's a bad move. But it passed. Okay, we carry on then. And hey, I actually was in Tenpai at the end of that. The Cracker Gambit is definitely a wise move. Red Leicester to Chutney 8. Oh, I don't agree with the Chutney 8 move, Marajin. That's far too aggressive. Far too risky. Mind you, I'm the fan of the Bates Canberra opening. But down is the stream starting to make me hungry now. Okay, that's not too bad. It's helping me towards a Pinfu hand at least. Well, I mean, I have to get rid of the red 5 and eventually, but mozzarella to pizza 1, no mate. Aw, you have mates, Marajin. You don't have to say you have no mates. I am not using my cheesy Yaku to win. There are better ways to win than the cheesy Yaku tactics. Other players may disagree, but this is how I play. Well, I know you can't post the links actually, can you? But okay, I paired up the 5s. That's awesome. That means I don't have to get rid of them. Quite so. There's a world of difference between a jammy win and a cheesy win.
Each.
Alright, get rid of another one. And a 3rd. have a safe discard available. 2, actually. The downside is, of course, this is just going to drag him closer unless somebody else wins. I can still Tenpai this, but I need the 3 dot to pass. Which it might do. Fortunately, there aren't that many draws left.
Boom.
Call for Tenpai. Okay.
Boom.
8 safe. I say 2-5. Come on. No. Free player Tenpai though. He was waiting on the free. And I keep my lead slowly building up. I really don't have to be this aggressive, I'll be honest. I really don't have to be. But if I can get 2 wins, I definitely get it, so... From that regard, there is a point to me trying to claim quick hands if I can. This is not going to be one of them, though. This is a thrown away. Oh, I mean, I was away from it in any case, but I'd have thrown away a Shanshu thing there. And I've thrown away a West Wind pair as well, so all we hope is that the Viking deals into somebody. Should also look at his image while I'm at it. Quite so. Okay, we'll get rid of this close weight. I need a lot for this to develop into something, so I'm not going to be pushing us all if I can avoid it. Couple of 4s give me possibly Peiko. I need the 7 or the 8 though. I need 3 or 4 perfect draws and I'm in Tenpai. Which is a few more than I can expect to normally get. That's potentially helpful though. Not much times I can give up and then eventually get the hand, but... Okay, so that opens up the Tenhou option. It's a bit late to go for this, though. I really want to be a bit earlier in the game if I was going to be pushing for this. That's not a bad draw right now. That's not a bad draw at all. That is a very good draw. Winning on the 6 dot regardless, so... I wonder if he's playing safe deliberately now. We'll see. No, I don't need to push this. I really do. No, I wish I had. That unfortunately is going to cost me, isn't it? It is. God darn it. Shouldn't have gone for that. And again, I'm throwing my wind out first. Okay. Now we change plans slightly here. We're looking at Sanshku. Whichever way it ends up here, as long as we get a middle Sozi tile, we should be okay. He's definitely raiding my points, but it's not over yet. He's only 800 ahead of me. That's nothing in this game. I have a potential Chanter on as well, which would not be a bad way for this to go. Chanter, Dora Dora, if I can get another red dragon in.
Ciles.
I'd love to be waiting on that red dragon, though. Just for the guaranteed extra Dora. Yeah, I think whichever way I do this is going to have to be it. I don't know what you can say. We did that. Could have gone for Senpai on that, but it wouldn't have given me any Yaku. So I'm okay with waiting. Perfect. Right, Red Dragon Senpai. Let's see if anybody's going to risk it. I can even calm the 9 if I want to. Oh, I wonder if he's playing safe. He possibly is, but either way, that's an attack that's going. Single Dragon Dora waits is interesting, I'll give it that.
Ciles.
Okay, he's still going for this. There's a chance he'll overflow a Red Dragon, but... So he had the option of switching to Junchan there, but it would have been less Dora. Also, I would be for a 10. Okay, I know 7's safe. I imagine somebody's got the triplet, and I reckon it's the guy across from me. He's just taunting me now, Draconis. He really is just taunting me. They don't use the English names because it's a Japanese game, and it's usually taught in Japanese. Happy to provide translations, but... Oh, I thought you had a triplet. Okay. So that was an interesting duo of things going on there. And the gap remains 800 points. If you deal the final tile that completes a person's hand, you lose all of the points. If somebody draws the tile themselves, everybody else pays a portion of them, with the dealer paying slightly more if the dealer is not the winner. The dealer also has a bonus of picking up more points when he wins, but it's proportional to the size of the win, obviously, and that's a whole other story. It's the number of Yaku that are available. This is indeed true. It really wouldn't be. Okay, 1 ton. He doesn't have a lot, but that is, unfortunately, a Yaku established for him, and I'm going to have to take some risks now to catch up.
Chi.
Yeah, he's going straight for the throat here. He is not relenting right now. God darn this Viking. What he usually just knock some points off of him. Even take a sumo win, because if it was a sumo win, he'd probably go below me if it was an expensive enough win. Okay, I am actually closing in on Tenpai. Not there yet, though. Is he on our Honitsu? Possibly is. Okay, if I can draw a 8 dot or a 5 dot, I've got a two-sided Tenpai. In fact, if I can draw an 8-9, it's fine that way as well. 5 will do.
Each.
Didn't want to have to do that, but
Sumo.
my luck is in. That's my. I've won 2 hands this whole game, and both of them Ripatsu Sumos. 4,000 points will do. Okay, I have a lead. He's no longer dealer. Any hand I win will give me the overall result. And I have a pair of dragons in my opening hand. I have a pair of dragons, a number of things that are nearly complete sets. He's been slowly practicing and learning in the background so he can slaughter me at this game. Okay, it's a quick win from a JPB, probably trying to secure 3rd, which I approve of. I'm also not dealer, so I'm not likely to lose more points. There, though, is a south. So we all kind of have quick hands developing right now. Yes, I'm losing right now, and this is an ongoing joke with me and Kirill, I think. Actually, JPB being Marijin would be quite an interesting turn of events. What do you think on the JPB being Marijin theory? No, don't pass out. I need JPB to continue playing. Okay, we'll get rid of the closed weight on this side. I'm probably only going to play 1 after this. This has actually been quite a long game. But I'm 1 away from Ipeiko. Oh, it would be Ipeiko only, though, because it can't be pinned through with a pair of dragons. God damn it.
Dong.
Oh, please don't be big. Good game all round, though. Yep, and that is another victory and a further extension of your lead. I'm going to move straight into the next game because that's going to happen there. That was an I only want 2 hands all game. I'll probably only do 1 more because that was quite a long one. But so last game will be tonight, and then we'll go and see what else happens. Don't mind if it's the same people. I don't mind if it's different people. But I'm in the game this time, so I won't be commentating on it. I imagine it will be the same people based on the 4 people currently in there. But yeah, Yeah. He had one job. One job. Well, if somebody else wants to go in, I'll put the link in the description if you want to join in. So feel free. And yeah, Vikings got his win. That's enough there. Narrow margin. Ultimately, though, it's my own fault. I got into his hand a little earlier, so. But a number of times we were in identical weights pretty much throughout that for hands that would have just pinched it at the end, as it turns out. Juan Jobs? Indeed, it is Steve's Mexican cousin. Oh, my luck is in. I had 2 Ipatsu Sumos in that game. That's just ridiculous levels of luck. In fact, one of them was a really bad weight. The other one at least was... I can't remember. What was my second Ipatsu weight? I was saying, the first one was Ipatsu for Hanneman, but your job was not dealing in at the end and securing 3rd position for you. Well, Kirill, if you want to join in, you're welcome to. You just missed the conclusion of the game where Draconis dealt into Viking to... Gong.
Boom.
With the winds. Okay, so I have a potential Honitsu on. Well, just because somebody wanted to sign out of it, that's all. But he's apparently decided he wants one more crack at defeating me at the last, just because. This wouldn't be a bad hand to get at the end. I've got multiple pairs, so in fact I have Tempai already, but I'm not going to take it because this is just a quick upgrade to get there. In fact, if I can pawn the 2s, that gives me the Honitsu there. If I can draw the 1, then that gives me a massive boost to this tile, though. I'm really sniping this last 7. I'm not going to take that. Going to play that and regret it. God damn it. If I'd have stayed in that, it might have happened. It may not have done, because obviously with the passing, with the extra tiles that have been discarded, the 4 would have gone to somebody else, and it looks like they might have been able to pair it up. But 9 would have worked as well. Is anywhere a 5 safe here? I'm gonna risk it anyway. Oh, actually, 5 is safe. I called it from him. Oh, I'm taking gambles. Friso's safe. Actually, Friso's not necessarily safe from there. Turns out to be. You had a much better hand than I did, certainly. I had the Honitsu Red Dragon. Red Dora, rather. So clearly, I was being a bit more silly in that hand, but I always consider that the first hand is the one you want to be silly on. If you're going to be silly, go silly in the first hand. If it pays off, awesome, and if it doesn't, you've got time to make it back. Or you don't deal into anything critical, like, you know, deal a Hanneman or something like that nature. But it's difficult to know you're going to do that ahead of time, in fairness. Okay. So that's going to have to be a guaranteed pair, the way that's going at the moment. 2 Red Dragons have been played, so I could have got rid of that rather than the 9, but the 9 would have had to get rid of anyway. Okay, so I'm now up to 4 pairs. Unfortunately, it's not a. If it was a bonus set of these, I'd definitely recommend going toy at this point. Because it's not, I'm going to hold off. Especially against 2 calls. In fact, 2 calls means I'm probably going to start getting rid of my Manzi tiles here. Yeah. South is my round wins, and there's still potentially 2 of those available, so I'm happy to get rid of that rather than trying to attack this. Green Dragon is also live. So for the moment...
Home.
Indeed. So I'll move that over to the chat in a minute, but... Yeah, there we go. Bird. Accurate attack simulator. That's clearly what it is. Okay, North was played. I can go for 2 Norths with there. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Norths. Play this out to be safe because I imagine Draconis is in Tenpai. Self draw. Okay, self draw 1 as dealer. And we continue east 1.
Reach.
Double reach. You know, for the fun times. Yeah, I was about to say double reach Patsu would be horrific, but for the moment, we'll get rid of what we know is safe, and then later on we will ignore it. It's likely a bad way, but worrying about it's not really going to help matters, so... We can play safe tiles, but don't worry about it otherwise.
Chi.
Slightly more worrying is the Chinitsu that's on the left.
Chi.
Okay, Tenhou. Which, you know, is a good way to fight against this in a lot of ways. I draw a 5 or an 8. I've got the... Gonna get rid of that for now. Say that as a live east, but... Live 8, rather, not live east. Okay. So drawing the 7-man would now give me the Ipeco route. Running out of things that are probably safe now. Because at this stage we could probably narrow his hand down if I was paying a bit more attention.
Sumo.
Sumoed on the 4. He was on a 1-4 weight, actually. And that'll put JPB back into contention. Probably not the lead, though. No, into 3rd place. Still early days, though. We're in the 2nd hand now, effectively, of the game, so... Plenty of time to make things up. And this is a good hand for Toy at this point. Fortunately, again, I don't have a bonus trial, so I'm probably going to be waiting on something if I can. Or we'll try and turn this into a Honitsu. Or we'll sort of lean it towards a Honitsu anyway. Oh, there's so many Sozu tiles. I really should not be keeping these now, but what the hell. Yeah, no point in pushing with Toy Toy, even though I am dealer.
Chi.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm going mad. That's what I'm doing. Or he's making silly moves. So see, that backfired. But if I insisted on getting rid of these, or at least insisted on keeping these, I'd be in much better shape right now. Yeah, okay, here we go.
Home.
So there's a Tanyo going on my right, which means the west is safe. There is only one more west, of course.
Long.
And there's dealing. So 2,000 points. That puts me into just about last. And again, I'm getting this darn pair of west winds, which is not being helpful to me. That is a triple Dora. So JPB with a potential return Hanneman. Well, Mungan turning up. See if it develops any further than that, but yeah. If your wind is Dora and you call... Yeah. Basically gives you the wind... well, seat wind and free Dora. So yes, it is effectively 4. And also very likely Hanneman. Not Hanneman? No, Mungan. Sorry, tired. Yeah, so in this case, it's the quick call of just trying to push your dragon triple hand here. There are counters, but I can't do mine because I don't have a Yaku set up yet. Be tempted to reach against it, but he has a definite Mungan on. I have a possible Itsu on, but you know. Now we need some work there. Let's get rid of one free closed weight because the free's safe, so can help ourselves out a little bit with that. Okay, it doesn't help my possible Itsu, but does help my Pinfu. That's kind of developing here. Because I take a Pinfu right now. I'd take anything that would sort of close his hand down. Rather than somebody else winning a Mungan. Because the game is nice and compact right now. There's only 3,000 points in it, really. And at this stage, if I want somebody to stretch into the lead, I want it to be me. So taking a quick, easy win to ensure that would be fine. Okay. Okay, one for Pintu Itsu. Okay, Pintu Itsu. 4-7.
Each.
The reason I reached there was because I felt that was a dangerous tile. If I had my 30 Patsu, I was about to say, I had my 30 Patsu sumo overnight in succession. 3 reaches, 3 Patsus would have been quite ridiculous. I would say that a 4/7 bamboo weight is probably guessable from my discards, but we'll see how this goes. It's two-sided weight. All of them are available. And it would be big enough to push me into the lead if it comes off. It's probably equal to this. Reach Itsu Pinfu is 4, so it matches what he's got. This is an equal hand to attack with. It's just the case of whether this two-sided weight comes off now. It did not, but it did push everybody out of it, which is the secondary alternative on that. At least in this case, it's a hand that was kind of worth them folding with. So moving to second place. We're now to East 4. Nobody's over 30,000 points, which is the deadline. If nobody hits that, I believe we do go into a West Wind. I know, it's Tenpai. Not trash, but it would... I mean, as I say, it kills off his 4-Han hand. So I wouldn't consider it trash. It's situational, as always. Mahjong at its heart, very situational. If I'd have won with a 7, I'd have taken it, certainly. Because it would have at least been Riichi Pinfu. 2,000 points as non-dealer. But it also would have killed off the 8,000 point hand that's against me. If he'd have got that, suddenly we need bigger hands in order to take him out. Either way, yeah, monster hand on the 4 if it comes off. In this case, I'm just looking towards a hand. This isn't really a monster at all. But if I get the 8, I'm probably not going to... Oh, god darn it, forget that now. JVB is getting ridiculous amounts of luck here. He had a double reach. He's done a 5th turn reach here. And he had the dragon door free earlier. Okay, it's a simple upgrade there. So I've got 1 extra door in the hand if it comes off. I've got 2 safe tiles in the 9s, which I might get rid of here. Red Dragon's fine. North Wind. One's been played. Gonna hold off for the moment. Okay, the 9s are safe. This puts me now in a 7 bamboo single weight, but I don't want to reach with this because it's not a good position for me to be in. This is looking slightly better, but I've discarded the 1s.
Dong.
Darn it. Ipeiko, door free. He is getting ridiculous amounts of luck right now. Ouch. Here's all I can say to that. Okay. Well, I've had worse from the East round. Let's see what we can do from here. So I don't want to lose any more points to the Viking if I can avoid it.
Chi.
He's just on the attack right now, isn't he? Indeed. The Marabishi beats twice again. I might actually just put him in the league tables as Marin a little bit. Then Mara will be all shocked when he eventually comes out on top. Not that he's likely to overall, but...
Chi.
He's playing far too aggressively for being in the lead right now. Right, in the meantime, it's my turn to start taking risks. So let's see what I can do to claw this back. First thing I'm looking towards is whether I can turn this into a Sanchiku, which is the 1-2-3 sequence in all suits. It's looking unlikely with 2-3s gone, but still. Potentially workable. Failing that, Dora. So I can incorporate the 1 dot in somewhere. Happy to go with that. It is best tactic. Yeah, the Sanshikyu is almost impossibility at this stage now. All the freezer gone, so okay, I might as well start getting rid of this then. It's also tempting to start making calls and see if I can force folds, but I need to really be bluffing something, so I need to draw a 1 dot and preferably call that.
Home.
Okay, here we go. This is the bluff Honitsu strategy now. God darn it, you played the Dora. He doesn't believe the bluff Honitsu is a thing.
Home.
Yeah, maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't.
Home.
I say there is the potential for just absolutely self-destructing at this point, but I need to try something. I can call another 5, that would be awesome, but I now need that for a pair, so I'd prefer to call the 8 if possible. There's still 2 left. And that's probably a Chinitsu up top now. Which means essentially I'm relying on that 8. Okay, no more draws left really. If he doesn't drop an 8 this turn, I'm probably not going to get to tempo. Okay, waiting on the C5. Unfortunately, that's more points lost, but still in the game. And I'm going to punish him for his aggressive calling in a little bit. It's pretty much got to be done. Sooner or later, he's going to have to deal into something huge. This happens because he's obviously going for a Manzu tile, so... At this stage, I'm just looking to push a hand right now. Still the East round. I got 1 door now. I still have the potential Tonitsu on here. Depending on what gets played, anyway.
Home.
I've kind of got to go for these sorts of things if they come up now. It's a stretch to get this to Honitsu, but it's pretty much my best bet right now.
Riichi.
Okay, then. Suicidal red 5 immediately after a reach. Especially when I have 2 safe tiles already. South Honitsu Toy Toy would be... Darn it. He went reach on a nothing hand as dealer. That slightly annoys me. Okay. Just thinking. But of course, I do need to get some more 1-dots if I'm going to make this hand worth going for. Though, actually, the Honitsu's on. Not the way I thought it was going to be on initially, but...
Home.
Every hand, a Honitsu aiming at JPB's head, which is difficult to do when you go for a Honitsu hand. They're fairly obvious.
Kang.
Okay, that is potentially helpful. Didn't give me any points, but, you know, potentially helpful. Also makes my 7s awkward to get rid of now. Okay, I have a Khan as well on, potentially, but if I draw a 7, I'm actually in Tenpai here. Well, that's already kind of been given help now. I mean, I've given rid of my Dora there, admittingly, but I'm now 1 from Tenpai, waiting on something. The only thing that would be massively helpful is if I could somehow... Nah, that's not going to work with this. If I draw the 3 and the 2 in successive draws, then I could possibly leech this down. Yeah, why are you doing this? Really, why are you doing this? Okay, fair enough. He's got an Ursa Chinitsu. He should be fine. Green Dragon should be fine as well. I just cannot get the last tile. I'm 1 tile away and it's just gonna annoy me here. I draw that White Dragon, that's 7, so... something. If he plays a White Dragon, I can at least do something with the hand from that point.
Sumo.
Self-draw. Depressingly putting me a bit closer to oblivion rather than necessarily helping out, but I have technically closed in a bit. South round. No sense in calling that just yet. I've got a possible chanter, but it's not worth anything unless I can get some more. Okay, that's a Dora Dragon. I'm going to hold on to that. Dragon Dora 3 would be very appreciated right now. I'll take the other dragon if it comes up, because that does make me deal a 3rd turn reach. My luck is gone. Utterly gone. He could wipe me out with a good sumo here. Unlikely, but he could do it. I'm going to hold off.
Home.
Nope, screw that then. The question is, do I want to go into that single dragon wait for the extra Dora tiles? Because I think I might have to risk it. Or that will happen. Unfortunately, that was a terrible hand. God darn you, sir. Needs more value. I realise you're trying to... Why are you pushing the win? You need the points. God darn it, you should be helping me prolong the game. Somehow. Alright. I need a deal rampage and a half now. It's possible from here. Very possible if that's going to happen. I'd love to be able to get a Khan out of this as well. Okay, so 4 pairs currently.
Home.
You draw a closed weight of some sort somewhere.
Home.
Or I can go this way. Go for the quick win here. Hatsu.
Home. Home.
Okay, he's got 3 pawns and he's just going to try and quickly win this out. That's perfectly within his rights. I need a green dragon, and I reckon he's got 2 of them.
Dong.
Well, that's just going to happen. Got Darny Draconis, that's just securing my 4th place now. Right, from here. From here we have to get silly.
Pom.
I've had some silly last turns available here, but this is going to require some absolute silliness.
Pom.
I don't know whether he is. You're miles behind him, really, still, aren't you?
Pom.
I'm, of course, going the Honitsu Toy Toy here. I realise I don't even have another pair ready, but, you know. Yeah, he's playing too aggressively, I would say. I mean, he's winning, so, you know, that works. And he does want to be aggressive this point in the game. But earlier on, he was playing really aggressive on hands that were still in the balance and risky. Still, whatever works. I imagine that's going to get called. No, actually. Really, my best hope now is the Sunkansu Yakuman, really. Unfortunately, that requires a bit more luck than I'm currently getting. I have the Honitsu, but it's really worth no points.
Dong.
Okay, you need a monster here. So basically, you're looking for a direct sumo, I think, is the best thing you've... Actually, you're last dealer, aren't you? So I guess you do have something going for you here. What do I need, and how can I get it? I like spending a little time at this point of the game just thinking about impossibilities. Because, you know, sometimes you have to go for them. Really, I could do a lot of Kandora. Because even to hit 2nd place, I'm going to need a Hanneman hand here. Sorry, hit 3rd place, actually, because I got to overhaul JPB. I got to haul Mr. Draconis over there. Okay, potential 8-man draw would give me 1 Dora, which is not enough. But we got it at least, so that's something.
Each.
Okay, extra points on the table. Yeah, play safe for the moment, though. Because, of course, if he does win, I can wait to get a better hand that's more suited for a Yakuman. But if he wins by too much... Because he's probably not going to take the win off me if it comes to it. He might hold off. Mind you, we did have a situation like this a while back, and I did take the win when it wouldn't have held me out. So maybe he's thinking revenge. I don't know.
Each.
Okay, 2,000 points on the board.
Riichi.
Why not? Come on, I'm not going to help you out. I want this game as well. In fact, my hand is even more nothing than anybody else. I'm in Red Dragon 2 dot. I would say, I think he can do an abortive draw if he calls Reach, Mr. Draconis, but I think that's a thing in... I don't know if it's a thing on Tenhou necessarily, but I've been on enough queue tables, I'm sure it's been done if it's possible.
Dong.
There we go, game over. Game over, and I will bust out from that, and I think that is a good point to end. Am I on exact points? No. Well, I will call that a stream, I think, because that was rather depressing. Oh, jeez. Well, good game, guys, and I will see you next time. Apparently I think this is my tables here, where I mostly end up finishing second or last, based on previous events, but yes, good game. GG. And God darn you all. I will therefore see you for the next Mahjong night, because it's got quite late, and I do have things to do in the morning, so next Friday, more of the same. Until the next time, then.